Blessed be everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about as within, so without. But before we do, hi, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. If you're new to the channel and you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you want to learn Wicca with me, then join the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. It is a 12-month course where you also get access to me live, as well as a community of other like-minded people. It is especially for those of you who are wanting to start your Wiccan practice but have been putting it off because you don't know where to start and what to do. And also if you want to have a mentor to help you along the way. The link is in the description field below this video. So, as above, so below, as within, so without. I've done another video on the as above, so below. And in this one, I wanted to talk more about the as within, so without, because it is really where the rubber meets the road. And it's not something that's talked about a lot in witchcraft circles, because as witchcraft tends to focus more on influencing events and people and situations outside of ourselves. But the real juice and the real ability to have more power to be able to do that in the first place is to have more understanding and more self-knowledge about who and what you really are, and how the way that you perceive the world actually influences how you create your world. So the whole without thing is what we've been led to believe everything is. We've been led to believe that what we see around us, what we hear, touch, is solid. It's stuff. Really what it is a projection of our own inner perception. We live in a holographic universe. It's very much like a computer simulation. So the reality is that everything is vibrating, and that a lot of the information that we're getting is coming through in waveforms. So when we hear sound, we're hearing waves. It's waves that are coming through to us. The sound is something we interpret in our heads. When we're seeing things, we're seeing radiation, we're seeing light. And so that comes through our eyes, and then our brain interprets that information. So very much what we see as being the outside world is actually being created inside of ourselves. If we are deaf and we can't hear sound, then we don't live in a world of sound. Sound doesn't exist for us. The same if you can't see. You live in a different world. It's a different perception. So understanding that the real power is actually within ourselves, and that we really are just interpreting waveforms and vibration, helps us understand that if we work on how we interpret that, if we can change the way we interpret the information, and we can see the information for perhaps more of what it is, then we have more of an ability to be able to also manipulate what goes on in our lives and around us as well. Our perceptions influence our beliefs. Our beliefs influence our behavior, and our behavior creates our experiences. But our beliefs also create our perceptions. So if we want to change our world around us, then we need to change the beliefs we have about ourselves and the world around us, so that we can change how we perceive the world. And when we start perceiving the world differently, the world starts behaving that way. Because our perception changes, our beliefs change, our behavior then changes in accordance with our new perception, and then we end up having new experiences. So this is the practical side of magic. And the reason why in magic we use our imagination, and we use our ability to maybe visualize, and we use all of our senses to create this simulation in our minds and project that out into the universe to happen in reality. So that's something that's coming from within ourselves in order to affect what's going on outside of ourselves. If our perception about ourselves changes so that we know that we are co-creators with the universe, to use a law of attraction term, that we know that the truth of who and what we are, that we are sovereign beings, and that we're here having a human experience, that we have the ability to create. When we can perceive ourselves in a way that is very powerful, our perception of the world will change as well. If we understand that we're not seeing everything that's going on around us, you know, some people can see auras, some people can't. The people who can't see auras doubt auras probably even exist simply because they can't see them, yet they're there. It's just that they can't see them. You can learn to see auras. You can practice and get yourself to the point where you're able to perceive auras. Your perceptive ability is something you can change, and it's something that you can enhance. And the inner work is that part of you that is realizing that a lot of what I'm seeing around me and experiencing is to do with how I'm interpreting it all. It's to do with how I perceive it. And if I want to change the world outside of myself, which I know a lot of us want to do, and have wanted to do for a very long time, especially now, then we need to go, what do I want? What do I want for myself? How do I envision what it is that I really, really want? And then start creating that in your imagination with your magic, so that you can then start to influence how you feel, which will influence your beliefs and influence how you then perceive the world. And that way you're changing it from the inside out, rather than trying to project situations all of the time, because it's really difficult to use magic to change the outside world when your inner world is in conflict with that change that you're wanting to see. If you want to bring love into your life, but you feel like you're unlovable, if you feel like you're not good enough, then it's going to be very difficult to bring that love into your life. If you want more money in your life, but you've got beliefs that spiritual people shouldn't want money, or that money is evil, or, you know, people who have lots of money are bad people, then it's going to be very difficult for you to bring that money into your life, because the part of you is going to reject it. And you're not going to see the opportunities. You're not going to perceive the opportunities that are around you, because you're going to be closed off to them internally. So this is why it's important to work on ourselves internally, and then certainly do the magic for the external world. But you'll find the more aligned you are with who you really are, the easier it is to manifest the things that you want to manifest. So this is where the inner work, of course, comes in, and I'm all about helping you with the inner work as well as learning how to do the magic. This book, Crafting Your Wiccan Path, my first book on Wicca, goes into all of that, of how we create our Wiccan path and how that helps change our lives. So do have a look at that book. The link to that is in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.